Hello Leo, so welcome to your full moon July 2021 reading. Be sure to check out the links in the description box below if you're interested in something that is a bit more personalized or individualized for you in your particular situation. Other than that, let's go ahead and begin. The card we are starting out with is I honor the natural process of growth and transformation. So this particular full moon holds the promise or the availability of energy for kind of taking your personal growth and transition to the next level. So there's something that you've been going through and focusing on. It feels like there's been a heavy focus on work on yourself. So whatever this is, it feels like this is in relation to work that you've been doing on and for and within yourself. And so whatever it is, whatever level that you're at, whatever it is that you have been facing or considering as far as focusing on or deepening or expanding, this particular full moon offers this for you specifically. So there you can sit and space, you can do a particular working, you can reach out to someone who offers these sorts of services for you. But whatever it is that you're working on, this full moon is giving you the opportunity to tap in and sort of give a boost to that working, a boost to that transformation, that growth, that expansion that you're working on. So as you move through the full moon this month, whatever it is that you're working on, if you decide, or if you're someone who is inclined to participate in any sort of full moon activities, your focus and what you can really pull down, draw in, and utilize is focusing on growth and transformation. And for some of you, this is just sitting with it. The word honor really sticks out for me. So it doesn't necessarily have to be putting forth any sort of petition or magical working unless you're doing it something that focuses on how you can sort of give a booster to what you're already working in. But some of this is really kind of sitting in and finding a way to celebrate, like in the process of doing whatever working or ritual or focus that you're thinking or considering on doing. Make sure that you are embracing the element of celebrating and honoring what you have been going through so far, honoring the process, honoring the growth of what has already happened that has brought you to this place, this position in your growth or in your transformation. So just a lot of energy regarding and growth and transformation, but also, like I said, focusing a little bit on what it takes to celebrate and honor that with this particular full moon. We are following that with the Queen of Swords. So I just heard the word slow down. So I'm getting and then I'm being reminded about how that first inclination I got when I saw that word honor towards the end of going over this first card. So overall, I feel like there is a sense of urgency that you're placing on whatever this process is, whatever this situation or experience that you're going through. You are sort of pushing this sense of urgency onto this, that in a little bit more than you need to. So you've turned up the volume, you're putting on the pressure at a bit more than they want you to. So they're just asking you to kind of rein it in, take a moment, take a breath. There's nothing wrong with wanting to boost where you're at, wanting to boost the process, giving that extra little something, but there's a fine line between giving it exactly what it needs to give it a healthy, organic uplifting in the right direction versus really trying to shove it into the right direction. So what I'm getting overall from this Queen of Swords is that you need to kind of slow it down. You want to blow through this. You want to go with an easy stride, a very gentle stride, a very gentle sort of movement. So they're really kind of pointing out to me the difference between, like I said, a gradual, organic, natural order and flow to things versus a blowing through, pushing, forceful sort of energy. So they're repeating that message regarding how there is nothing wrong with you wanting to give a boost, to want to do what it takes to kind of go into the right direction a little bit faster, but they want you to be doing this in a very healthy way and with healthy means and healthy attitude and a healthy approach, all of that good stuff with balance. A sense of balance is coming through. So making sure you're honoring, again, that word honoring is coming through. Make sure you're honoring everything that has brought you to this point, the process, the growth, the transformation, honoring where you are at this point, honoring where the potential lies in front of you, and then allowing through that process of honoring, that's where you're unfolding. That's where your growth sits. That's where you can kind of unfold and grow and expand. So, like I said, there's nothing wrong with drawing in and really focusing on transformation and growth, but they want you to be doing this from a position of honoring and celebrating what you have already experienced. And finally, we have release followed by a threshold. And I feel like this is the release is it's kind of reiterating what I was getting as soon as I saw that Queen of Swords card. That overall energy of being pushy or forceful, or really trying to be a bit more aggressive with your approach of moving forward. And they're putting in that request of don't be so aggressive, back it up, rein it in a little bit. You are on the threshold. That particular energy that you're feeling about how you're so close, if you could just, the energy is valid. They're saying you are on the threshold, but there's a bit of release that you need to be going through. And so this particular full moon, whatever it is that you focus on, whenever you're doing whatever it is that you do, when you celebrate and honor and commemorate the full moon, they're saying there's nothing wrong with focusing on transformation and growth, but do it from a position of honoring and celebrating where you are. And in the process, as you leave the full moon and you transition into the waning moon, make sure that that process that you follow has a releasing tension for it, because in that process of releasing is where you're going to create space for the growth and transformation. So rein it in, slow it down, take a little bit more of a calmer, gentler approach as you move and transition from where you are to where you're going. The full moon is offering you all this energy of growth and expansion, but its core place needs to be from a position of honoring and celebrating where you're at as part of the growth. And then you need to follow that up with releasing. There's some releasing that needs to be done that you need to focus on as you transition from the full moon and move into the waning, and from the waning into the new moon, and whatever the new moon cycle has for you. All right, Leos, that is all I have for you for this particular full moon reading. Be sure to check out the links in the down bar below if you'd like something that's a little bit more personalized, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.